Hey guys, it's me. So I've been promising you this new FlossTube video with my swap creations, but good news, and this was really exciting for me. So I found out that my Narnia swap is not due until April because I was starting to freak out. But it motivated me to finish my peanut swap really fast. So I'm still going to post this, but I probably won't put that it's online on Instagram yet because I still have a few extras left to get for the Snoopy swap or the Peanuts craft swap, sorry. And so I don't want her to see everything because I don't think she's discovered my YouTube page. So, and since it's not a blind swap, I don't want her to literally see everything that I'm making. But I'm going to show y'all. So the first thing that I made was I got one of these embroidery boxes from Target and I stained it. I went and I got a blue stain, wood stain, sample from Home Depot because it was like $3. And I embroidered or cross-stitched Snoopy. And I filled it with, I'm a tea drinker, so I filled it with a bunch of different tea packs that I had just for fun. So that was the first thing that I made and finished for this swap. The second thing that I made and finished for this swap is she specifically asked for shoes from me because I do shoes. And so this is one of them. And it says the teacher, wah, like that. But Snoopy and Woodstock on the house. And I wanted to keep them, like, for the most part, really plain. I didn't want to add a whole lot of color because I didn't want to have to her to worry too much about, like, if it rained and, like, bleeding. But also because it's so comic looking. And so I kind of wanted to look like the comics. This is the second one. So it's her two favorite characters are Lucy and Charlie Brown. And it is supposed to be cut off. Because, again, it's supposed to look comics. And famous Lucy and Charlie Brown scene with the UGG from the football, pulling the football. The third thing that I made and finished is this tote bag, which I did do a sneak peek on my Instagram of this one as well. And so I painted this tote bag, half of it yellow with the Charlie Brown stripes. And I wanted it to look really homemade and home done. That's my cats in the background. I don't know if it's coming through, but if it is. And then I made Lucy's outfit on the other side. The only thing that I will say is I'm kind of disappointed. I should have made these like bigger loops and had less of them, but I kind of just like freehanded it. So anyway, so the buttons with the squiggle lines. So again, I wanted it to look really home done and comic-y, and kind of like how the cartoons actually look. Like through the squiggles, a lot of the times you can see like the white background. They're never like super solid. So that's how I wanted it to look. So my final piece is the Clouds Factory pattern of the Peanuts. And so I started this, I think like last Monday, maybe. I don't know. I think this past Monday I started this and I finished it. I don't know. I think it only took, maybe Monday is wrong, but it only took me like 5-6 days to do because this is literally what I was working on whenever I was at home. But I did change the placement some of the characters because I didn't want it to be too big. I wanted it to fit in a hoop, and I'm not covering up the back, but I have pretty neat back, don't I? So I'm getting really proud of myself because I'm getting so much better at neat backs. And even this isn't super neat, but I refuse to tie off for tiny amounts. So, because this video is so short, I'm going to do a quiz that I saw Davina do in one of her videos, and it's actually a FlossTube video. It's from Adele McNaughton, and it's called the Fer Realz Tho Tag. So I'm going to do this one this time. There is another one that Davina found that I want to do, but I will save that for another video because I don't want to get too long-winded. So question number 1, and I will tag her page below so you can go and see her quiz so you can do it yourself, or you can also subscribe and follow her. Number 1, for reals though, what level of stitcher do you consider yourself to be? I would truly consider myself to be intermediate. I'm definitely not beginner level, and I don't really know what constitutes as expert, but I've been cross-stitching and stitching since I was about 4, not consecutively, however. And I still cannot for the life of me do a French knot, but I've done several types of stitches with embroidery. I do have to like remind myself, if it's been a while since I've done embroidery, how to do a few of the stitches, but I would consider myself intermediate. I've done some pretty big patterns, and I want to continue doing bigger patterns. Number 2, for reals though, how many whips and UFOs do you honestly have? This includes things you have given up on or thrown out. A lot. And I just added another one actually. Tomorrow actually is my embroidery bee, and so at the end of this month I'll do an update on where I am with some of my SALs and some of my other whips that I've been working on. But probably active with stitches, probably about 15 to 20 maybe. Kitted stuff, way more than that, but they haven't been physically started. For reals though, are you enabled easily? Yes. I love the Frosted Pumpkins. I always have to have their newest needle minder. I participated in Wacky Wednesday on chicken boots this past week because there was a bag that I just could not pass up because I loved the fabric and I love those bags. It was a Notions bag with the sewing machine with like scissors and needles. It was so cute. But that will also probably be in my next video whenever it arrives. I would say yes. Some things no. Things that I've seen people post about, like tools and things like that. There's stuff that I want, but I don't rush out and go buy it. But some stuff that is especially going to be like limited quantities and stuff, yeah, depending. For reals though, do you suffer from SAD? Stitcher's Attention Deficit Disorder. I look at this in 2 ways. I do actually have ADD, so I look at this in 2 ways. I look at it in I'm trying to stitch, and then everything, though, is like taking my attention away from my project. Normally, I do really well sitting and watching stuff on the DVR, putting a movie in, and getting a ton of stitching done at nighttime to relax and unwind after work. But some days I just get so caught up in what I'm watching, or if my friend who's always over is here, and sometimes our conversation just, I can't converse, stitch, and stuff at the same time. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. The other way that I look at this is definitely me where I get tired of a pattern, and this is why I have so many whips. I get tired of a pattern, and I like worked on it for like a week or 2 straight, and I need to switch because I get bored. Have you ever finished a full coverage project like a Haid or Tilton's Craft? If no, how far have you gotten? No. And it's not because I've started one and haven't gotten far. I don't have one. I really, really like the Haid Old World map, but it's so big. And this is my thing with the Haids. I love some of them, but the size, I just don't have a place to put a cross stitch that big. I'm playing with my hair tie. I just don't have a place to put a cross stitch that big framed, and something that big I wouldn't want to give away. So that's a lot of what's kept me from doing it. That and the size and the fact that I do like to jump around and leave things for a significant amount of time before coming back to it does have me worried that I would never finish it. But I want to. I created my own. It's not as big. It's 250 stitches by 250 stitches, full coverage, with an app where you can take your own photo and make it into a thing. Well, I took a couple of photos and put it in one of those gridding filters, and then I made that into a cross stitch pattern. So that one I actually want to start soon, and that would probably help me get a feel for what a Haid would be like, I think. Number 6. For reals, though, do you enjoy confetti? Lots of stitches in different colors. I've truly never really had confetti like a lot of people on here do with the Haids and the Marabellas and things like that. I've had small amounts of confetti, and it doesn't super bother me because what I do is whenever I have an area like that, I pick the main color, like whatever shows up the most, and I do that one so that way it's easier for me to tie it off. And then I go to ones with smaller amounts of stitches that way. Because I've never tried parking, so I tie off and stuff, and I've also never done a full coverage, so I've never had to really deal with it, but in smaller ones, that's how I do it. For reals, though, how many finishes do you have this year so far, and how does this compare to your WIP UFO number from question number 2? Well, I do have one finish officially for this year, because it probably had about 30 stitches on it from a year and a half ago, and I did the whole thing in January in about a week and a half. And that's my oldest cat. And so I finished that basically the whole thing in January, and I need to do a completed video, but I want to wait probably until the end of April, because I think I will have at least 1 or 2 more finished for y'all. Possibly only 1. No, I'm hoping to have 2. But the other 2 I finished in January was my story time SAL from last year from Frosted Pumpkin, and my Zodiac SAL from Clouds Factory, because I got like 5-6 months behind, so I don't know if catching both of them up by about 6 months in January and finishing them counts, but I did do that. So I guess technically I have 3 completions for this year. It's still a very low number, but I mean, it's still early in the year, and I have been working on swaps, so I haven't been working on personal stuff a whole lot, especially the last month and a half. For reals, though, are you bothered by your answer in the last question? Would you rather have a smaller or larger number? I think everybody would rather have a larger completion number than a WIPs number, but at the same time, 2 of my WIPs that I have currently going right now are SALs, so those can't be completed anyways. And the other ones, some of them are just because I've gotten bored with them, or one of them I completely gave up on. I don't know. I think everybody would like a larger number, but it does not bother me because I'm making progress, and I truly have been working on these swaps for the last month and a half, because I thought they were both due in 2 weeks, and they aren't, thankfully. So I'm okay with the number. Number 9, so 2 questions left. For reals, though, do you have any perhaps embarrassing, dirty little stitchy secrets? I don't even know what that would include. I can't do French knots. But I'm a pretty organized person. I have a lot of my stuff very organized. I don't really know what to say for dirty, stitchy secrets. I don't always wash my fabric before framing it. I just don't. I guess that might be one. Number 10, last question. For reals, though, I dare you to show me your messiest back. I did show you this one earlier, and that's currently, I just finished it. And the only other one that I have close by me, and these aren't really messy, though. That's my only thing. They aren't really messy because I've gotten better over the last, like, 2 years. I guess it's kind of messy. But this is my, wrong way, passports. It's not that bad, though, I don't think. For some of you, this might be bad. For me, this is really good. I don't want to show you all of it, though, because I'm definitely not caught up on this. So I guess that would be it. I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's been subscribing to my channel. I've only had videos up for 2 weeks, and I have over 100 subscribers. You have no idea how that means or what that means to me. I definitely do get more views on my FlossTube videos than my other ones, which I guess is kind of a hint that y'all don't like my other ones as much, but I really want my channel to not only be FlossTube, I want it to be other things. So I still am going to have other types of videos in between my FlossTube videos, but I really do appreciate my FlossTube subscribers so much. And I really hope that y'all like this video and what I showed y'all. This is a craft swap that is going off to somewhere else in America and hopefully bringing great joy to my partner. And I honestly cannot wait to see what she's created for me. And if y'all want a video on what swapping is, because some of y'all might not know, I would love to do a FlossTube on that. I also want to create a questionnaire to a tag to about swapping, because it would be fun to see how y'all feel about some of the swaps and things like that, or why y'all don't participate or whatever. So anyways, again, keep liking the videos and hitting subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. It's helping keep me motivated to make these videos for y'all. And another one will be coming in about, I won't wait 2 weeks, but another one will be coming soon, a FlossTube, and then one definitely at the end of the month for my progression, because I'm going to take a bit of a break from working on the Narnia swap because now I know that I have more time, and work on some of my own stuff. And I think that's about it, guys. Thank you again, and I hope y'all have a great weekend, and leave comments, questions, suggestions in the comments below. Thanks, guys. Bye.